I just turned on my PS5. Now we're here to play Elden Ring. Finally, we're gonna be.
Gerard,
What?
again, we're here for the 6th annual virtual ePortfolio Showcase. Welcome, everyone.
Oh yes, of course. Hey guys, this is Gerard Texan, the ePortfolio specialist here at John Jay College, and with me we have the most awesome program assistant ever of the ePortfolio program.
Hi, I'm Gabriella, everyone. I'm so glad you guys are here.
Yes, and this time around, this is the 6th annual ePortfolio Showcase at John Jay College. And wow, so we have like an interesting program we have for today. Like, how many showcase participants do we have in our showcase site currently?
Oh, we currently have 47 showcase participants.
Wow,
that's great.
Yeah, like this is the most that we ever had, like students showcasing all their hard work in their e-portfolios. We have some academic portfolios. We have a lot of academic portfolios, and we have some good amounts of professional portfolios, and then we have some collaborative portfolios also, and then we got this pretty awesome hobby personal portfolio also. So we have a lot of portfolios that we're going to be featuring. And today on this Twitch stream, we do have a couple of presentations, so it's gonna be awesome.
Yes, I'm totally looking forward to it, and I'm super excited. So without further ado, why don't we get started with our first speaker?
With our first speaker, we have Bryce Tolbert. Let's let him in now. He's the new Director of Academic Support and Learning Technologies.
Yes, all right, so let's give it up for Bryce.
Good afternoon. My name is Bryce Tolbert. I am the Director of Academic Support and Learning Technology. Really excited to be here, heard a lot about this. Actually just watched that great promo video. It actually had me for a second, and I love your background, Gerard. But I'm definitely excited to be here and to see all the great showcases that the students have for us today.
Cool. Thank you for being here, and it's awesome to have you here. Definitely to check out all the cool student presentations that we have. And of course, I think this afternoon we just put on the showcase site live, so everybody could see all that 47 students, the most students we ever had in the showcase before. And this is our sixth annual, so our sixth one. You know, I was in the very first one, and now we're in the 6th. Wow, that is crazy. How about you, Gabby? When did you actually started with us with the showcase?
I started at the 3rd showcase. So I was a participant in the 3rd showcase. Luckily, I got the opportunity to work for ePortfolio from then. So I started off as a junior e-tern, and then as the years went by, I went from senior e-tern. And now here I am, 6th ePortfolio Showcase as your program assistant. I would say it's been a great 3 years so far, and I'm so happy because I'm excited for this showcase. So we've got a lot of great portfolios. I'm so excited.
So Bryce, right now, like for us, we're like in Zoom. So it's kind of like mundane, but for the ones that's watching us in Twitch, we have this nice background there, some background music. And then Matthew, our other e-tern, our senior e-tern, is in the back, actually in the control center, putting out some cool like graphics, as well as the audience clapping and everything. So all the cool stuff are in there where we can't see it. So hopefully you're not like, oh, so this is it. Okay.
No, again, I did see it on Twitch, and I had to I aged myself a little bit. I was like, I know what Twitch is, but I don't know how to. I was like, oh, so this is Twitch. I definitely aged myself a little bit, but no, I definitely understand that there are two things happening at the moment. Yes.
Yes. All right. So thank you for joining us. Hopefully you could stick around and check out all this stuff. Our next guest we have is Somaya Villanueva.
Yes, all right. We're gonna let her in right now, and she's gonna be joining us. All right, just give it a moment. We need some Jeopardy music or something. All right, Somaya, are you with us?
I am.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's so great to see you, even on Zoom, but I'm excited to have you here today with us.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure to be here with you all.
And of course, as I said to Bryce earlier, it might be kind of a little bit boring right now because we're just on this Zoom thing, but people watching over at Twitch, they could see all the cool stuff.
Sure.
I just saw what Matthew's doing, who's actually in the background right now, doing all the operations on our Twitch channel, and he's doing some cool graphics right now. So Maya, thank you for coming in. It's always great to have your support as well as everybody in the undergraduate studies, and it's super awesome that this is the 6th annual ePortfolio Showcase. So I think you've been here since, you've seen this growth since the first one when it was in person, and now it's a virtual one. So let us know what you think of, what's the evolution of the showcase.
So the evolution of the showcase has been really interesting to watch, right? Because in the very beginning stages, it was always great to have everybody on campus and see what our students were doing. And it started, nicely, but there weren't as many students participating as we continue to, have the showcase. It grew in the number of people that were participating. And then to have to switch to do it virtually was very interesting, and I was concerned, thinking, oh my God, how is the team going to pull this off? But it worked out really beautifully. And the first year that it was done virtually, the level of creativity that the interns and Gerard and everybody showed was really amazing and fun. And then I thought, oh my God, what a great thing to do. And I couldn't believe that it was going to get better. But then for the 5th one, you all decided to implement Twitch. And I was like, what is this thing? It looks like a real show or something. And it was so really, really cool to watch. And now we're doing the 2nd year of doing it, like this, right? Via Twitch. So it's super interesting. I think it's helped us figure out that, necessity is the mother of invention, right? Sometimes when we're cornered, we need to improvise and use our imagination and creativity to reinvent how we do things. And that's great.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. It took us a while to think of a way to get a lot of engagement with the students. We know that a lot of students nowadays play video games, and Twitch is an app where a lot of video games as well as creatives use to actually broadcast all their talents and things like that. And let's just use the ePortfolio Showcase with Twitch also. So it's great that we actually have this platform, and definitely it makes it more engaging because there's so many stuff that we could actually do with this. And thanks to Matthew in the background for definitely being in control of everything. If he was at it for some reason sick, I don't think we could have done this without him. So thank you, Matt, and definitely thank you to all the interns who actually took part of coordinating this stuff, because we do have a lot of student presentations, as well as if you checked out the showcase site, Gabby here was restless putting together that student list through kind of a TikTok GIF animation, which looks so awesome right now. So Gabby, could you just tell us the process of you creating that page, a student page?
Well, it definitely was a pretty long process, but an enjoyable one, because as I was putting it together and seeing it come together, it motivated me more to keep going, even though I was a little tired. I was like, oh my goodness. But so I was using multiple programs and platforms such as Canva, Adobe, and really implementing all these tech tools that we're introduced to as interns, and using that in order to build that portfolio and make it replicate an actual social media site. And if you took notice, the other pages where the student profiles, they're also social media sites. And my team and I, we were really able to bring that to life with, we're on social media all the time. Let's incorporate that, bring it to a more professional setting. And I think it worked out really well. And yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. And all the videos of students, it was very personable. And it was like I was getting to know the students continuously. So I learned that somebody likes to make mozzarella. Like, that is cool. That is so cool. So it's been a great, yes, hard work, but it was all great and really worth it. Looking at the outcome, I'm really happy with it.
Cool. Thank you, Gabby, for that. So Maya, do you have like any last words before we start with our first presenter?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just very briefly, I just wanted to personally thank Gerard for having had the foresight to do what we're doing here today and providing the leadership to our interns who have worked tirelessly over the years to make the showcase what it is. Without the interns, we wouldn't be where we are. And we really do owe them a great debt of thanks for making the virtual showcase a reality. And I also, of course, want to thank all of the faculty and staff that will be reviewing our students' e-portfolios. And last but not least, a big thanks to all of our students who showed up, put on their best foot forward as they worked tirelessly this year to prepare their portfolios, whether they're portfolios, academic portfolios, or professional portfolios. Thank you so much, because I know sometimes it can be very nerve-wracking to put our work out there, but hey, that's how we grow, that's how we learn. So congratulations to all of our students who are putting themselves out there on the line to have their work reviewed and seen. Congratulations. I know it's not easy, but it's well worth it. So thank you so much for doing that for us. And I hope that you'll enjoy the showcase, and thank you so much for everything that you do. This is wonderful. So enjoy the 6th virtual showcase.
All right, thank you for the kind words.
Thank you.
All right, so without further ado, let's start with our first presenter, which is Hannah Gates.
Yes, let's give it up for Hannah. All right, let's put you right here. All right, hi.
Hi.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about the portfolio that you're about to show us.
Yeah, so this is an academic e-portfolio. I created it for my English class last semester. Essentially, our focus of the entire semester was visual rhetoric, how things look and how audiences perceive what you're doing. So my professor decided that our penultimate goal for the semester would be to create a full restaurant menu, and we got to, it was a whole process. And we created an e-portfolio to essentially document the entire menu making process, all the research that goes into, the cuisine that we picked. I chose New Orleans cuisine.
Yeah, that sounds totally awesome.
But yeah, that's essentially what the e-portfolio is about.
Okay, cool. So you can go ahead and start sharing your screen, and let's show everybody this awesome menu inspired New Orleans. I'm looking for that nice Creole portfolio.
Okay, so I try to incorporate a little bit of my personality into this. So I come from a background of acting. So I included a photo of myself, but I also included pictures of me performing, just because I thought that added a personal touch to things. This is probably my favorite page just because I like how put together it is. And I included music from one of my favorite movies. And it's just like a little nice piano thing that you can play as you look through the opening section. And then I chose the purple because it kind of reminds me of New Orleans. I don't know why, like purple and green, like Mardi Gras kind of theme. And you know, going through this is just like my notes and stuff like that. I tried to make it fun by adding like a fun like confetti background for the different sections. And I added explanations for like each of the things, especially like somebody who wouldn't know like exactly what each of the pages are. I tried to make it pretty clear. And I added GIFs because I thought it made it more fun. I chose SpongeBob for like all of the GIFs that I include.
I love SpongeBob. Everybody on the team knows I definitely love SpongeBob. So you definitely caught my attention with all those GIFs. I'm still SpongeBob watching.
Yeah, so this is just kind of notes that we're initially like just going over like rhetoric and stuff like that. And this is when we get deeper into like the process of actually like looking at menus. And for this section I chose like colorful like macaroons because I just thought that was fun again.
Yeah, and then French influence. I know, like I think macaroons are French. I don't know. I think so.
I think so as well. I thought they looked fun. This is like when we had to choose like various sites that we wanted to base our menu off of. And I again chose the SpongeBob GIF because I thought it was fun. This is what I wanted to accomplish with my menu. It's kind of like a condensed version, kind of boring stuff, but I had to like, she just had us like put down all the bolts and things. And I liked this background because it kind of reminded me of like New Orleans, like the pretty buildings and stuff like that. And this is my completed menu. I have fireworks, it's like a celebration, you know.
All right, cool. What are some of the like main dishes? Like what made you want to choose New Orleans actually? Like why did you choose New Orleans?
That's like actually just the first thing that popped in my head. I have never even been to New Orleans, but I was just like it just seemed so fun and interesting, and it was just like what I had my heart set on as soon as she mentioned it.
All right. Oh, you can see like you put so much wonderful effort into this portfolio, the color scheme, all the GIFs. You know, I'm loving the GIFs. I really am. But you know, and then a nice food themed portfolio. Oh my goodness, making me kind of hungry a little bit. But you know, but we still got quite a ways to go. But this is a wonderful portfolio.
Thank you so much.
All right. And then Gerard, you got.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the food pictures and it's really making me hungry. And and I know for a fact that we do have other e-portfolios that's based on food also. So there's going to be a long showcase. But it's super awesome, definitely. Who's the professor that you had the class for your
Professor Nair.
Oh, okay. And so far, like, you know, most likely, you never know, Professor Nair is probably watching us. Is there anything that you want to mention about the class, the e-portfolio process?
Yeah, well, especially like she structured everything so easily. It was, I don't know, it just made the process very fun. Like we had different chunks to accomplish every week. And the e-turns that like helped us build the e-portfolio made the process really, really, really simple. And they were there to answer any questions. And I know that like, it was pretty difficult with some of our questions. Like it was very repetitive. So I kind of commend them for dealing with us. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this, which you know, schoolwork is sometimes not fun, but this was fun. So that's kind of a refreshing take, I guess.
Yeah, so glad you had fun with this, and definitely everybody could check out Hannah's ePortfolio at the showcase site. And Gabby, what's the showcase site's URL?
Oh, that's going to be Digication 2022, I believe. No.
JohnJ.education.com.
Well, yes, the John J part,
Showcase
yes.
2022.
Yes.
From there, you could view all of the students' profile and click on their portfolio to actually view everything, like their ePortfolio. So everyone should be public. It was set to public, so anybody could actually look at the assignments, look at the designs, and look at all the cool stuff that you guys have in the portfolio. And also, we do aside from the category awards that we're going to be giving out, like probably later on next week, we're going to actually have the Bloodhound's Choice. The Bloodhound Choice is basically any John Jay students, faculty, or staff could vote on their favorite portfolios, and we will award the ones that has the most votes. So definitely you could check out Hannah if you like Hannah's e-portfolios and the things that you've done and this awesome presentation. So thank you for coming through, Hannah. And you could vote for her. Yep. And definitely you could click on the Bloodhound's Choice page, and then all the way in the bottom after the instructions, you could actually vote for any showcase participants that's participating for this year's showcase. All right, so is there any last word you want to mention, Hannah? Or
no, I just thank you so much for allowing me to present today. It was really fun. And
yes, glad to have you here.
Glad to have you. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye, Anna. And now,
Bye.
So who do we have next, Alice? I don't know who we have next, Gabby. So who do we have next, Gabby?
Who we have next is actually someone you should be familiar with. I would hope that you've been familiar with this person. We've been working with her for the last almost year. This is Alyssa. We have Alyssa, our intern, one of our interns. Hi, Alyssa.
Hello. I'm glad to be here. Second year.
Wait a minute, Alyssa. Weren't you here last year's showcase?
Oh my goodness, I was. And I also won the Bloodhound Choice. We were just talking about that too in the Twitch stream.
Wait, so you won the Bloodhound's Choice Award last year? Was that the only award that you won?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. So that's pretty awesome that you won last year's Bloodhound's Choice Award, as well as having an awesome portfolio based on your English 201 class before?
It's English 225 with Professor McCormack.
Oh, yeah, and because you know what I remember from that is the anime essays that you did.
Yeah.
So anime-based essays, not all about anime. But
Yeah.
all about the characters and stuff. It's pretty interesting, and definitely that's kind of came into play when you applied to be an intern. So
yes, I remember.
So that's pretty cool. So Alyssa, what are you going to be presenting for today?
So for tonight, I'm going to be presenting my professional e-portfolio. And unlike last year, last showcase, I presented my academic e-portfolio. This time it's going to be my professional one. So I'm going to be showing off my work experience, working as an intern, and my volunteer work at my local church. So I'm going to share my screen.
Wait, so how about your Marvel stuff and anime stuff? Because I remember there was a lot of them in the last one.
Yeah.
Well, I did put it in a page and for my professional e-portfolio to show like my interests and my hobbies.
Oh,
so you would see my Marvel stuff there. Oh, I can never let go of Marvel or anime.
Even BTS and PB.
Marvel.
BTS
I put that there too.
Oh.
I put the BTS there too. And videos from the concert I went to. that was live streaming. But
Mm.
yes, I still put it there, Jerron. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing you guys my professional e-portfolio.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so can you guys see my screen?
It's loading.
Okay.
And there it is.
Okay, so this is my professional e-portfolio. The concept theme that I wanted to go with, even though I changed it like 4 times, is that I wanted to show people how becoming I use this butterfly as a symbol to represent how I'm growing throughout the years and how I'm growing as a person, as a hard worker, student, etc. So right here, I'm just introducing myself with my introduction right here with my major, all that stuff, and my academics, and then my quote. But for right here that I really want to show you guys is my professional experience. So if you go locate my e-portfolio, you would click on e-portfolio eTurn. And then you would, well, it's still loading right now. But yeah, this happened last year too, where the Wi-Fi was kind of iffy on my part. Oh, hold on. I feel like this is a little deja vu for me.
Well, then maybe you'll get the Bloodhound Choice Award again. Deja
Yeah.
vu. Maybe some good luck.
As your page is
Manifesting.
oh, the page is loading right there.
Okay, well, we're back in business, I guess. So this is a page for my ePortfolio eTurn experience. I'm currently a junior eTurn with the program, and I want to show you guys the things that you could do if you're looking for a job and you would like to become an eTurn. So right here on the right, I just have a picture of the team and, selfies that I took with them too. Oh, what is going on? Sorry about that. And for my ePortfolio eTurn experience, I wanted to highlight the skills that I've developed as well, just because from learning and also facilitating these workshops, these are some of the skills that I learned. So like even with answering emails, the way that I would have to sound professional talking to professors, I thought that was pretty interesting. And using other platforms like Canva and Pexels, that was something brand new for me as well. So I was glad that I put that in my ePortfolio. Then I just added some more Canva designs, and I also added in our ePortfolio student support site. And as you scroll down, there is the TikTok page that I am in charge of. So I also put the social media handle right here. And since fall semester, I've been making TikToks for ePortfolio. So the team and I would make some content about the in-person hours that we have now on campus, as well as other tips and tricks to help students out in John Jay. And then scrolling down is the ePortfolio tabling. So in the spring semester, a couple of eTurns and I have been working on this thing called tabling, which is basically where we promote ePortfolio to the John Jay community. And right here are 2 videos that I took with Jody. She's not in right now, but she's in the Twitch show. Hi, Jody, if you're there. And so basically it's a TikTok that I made just to promote the tabling and to let students know that this is offered. And we were also offering like raffles, like just to, get more people to sign up. And also we were letting them know about the showcase that's happening right now, which is really cool. And then the other professional experience I want to show you guys is my volunteer work at Holy Family Church, which is near my house. So right here, I want to incorporate my family background because that's how I got started with being in touch with God, in touch with my religion. And I also incorporated some family photos from my cousin's confirmation, and then add a little description on who's who, I guess, in a way. And then since then, I started alter serving in 3rd grade, and now I'm 20. So it's been more than a decade since I've been alter serving, which has been an honor because it helps me, like, you know, stay in touch with God, and also I give back to the community and I get to know them a little bit better too. So I just added more description about what alter serving does and how the skills I've learned from alter serving and from volunteer work. And then I also have some pictures of me setting up after Mass. Obviously, we can't take pictures during Mass. So I asked my sister if we could just take pictures after Mass, and this is what it turned out. And then once again, most of these designs are made by Canva. So if you guys want to upgrade your design skills, definitely use Canva. It's free. Just use your Gmail or whatever. And I'm also here, I'm wearing the Holy Family merch. That's one of the new things that they offered one Sunday. So me and my sister got matching crew necks. So this is really exciting. And then from being altar server, I received an award from the Columbus ceremony at Columbus. And that is my priest, Father Machula. And he's a really awesome guy. And then finally, since I've been an altar server for so long, usually they have like a limit to like your age, but since I'm in college, I still am altar serving, but now I'm also a Eucharistic minister at church. So I give the bread out during Mass. And even though if I'm not scheduled to be a Eucharistic minister that day, I would still be altar serving. And I do that alongside with my older sister, Amanda, who is up here in the photo array. But this is for my professional experience, for my professional e-portfolio. For the students here at the Twitch stream and who are presenting, if you guys want to make your professional e-portfolio, you guys could get started, add in your resume, your LinkedIn, and your professional experience. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Oh, thank you, Alyssa. That was great. Imagery, loved everything that you created with Canva. I think that like it's really wonderful, and you have a nice consistent theme. I love the color scheme. It's very, like it's simple, but because of the content that you put in it, it's like it's almost extravagant. Like it's wonderful, and wonderful e-portfolio. So much growth. Oh god, like oh my god.
Right? Like speaking of growth, I did notice like what you had in the beginning where like you really love like the GIFs and the background and really want to showcase your Marvel and BTS fanatic and stuff like and to this where it's like a little bit more condensed and it's geared towards what you want to say about yourself and your journey and things like that. And I just love that growth and that evolution from that first draft into what you have now. So great job on that.
Thank you.
So what happened to that quote, the Tagalog quote, "Bahala ka sa buhay mo"?
What?
I removed it. I put a different one this time, and it's a positive connotation. It's a mahal ko kayo. You know what that means, Sharon?
Oh, wait, could you repeat that again? Sorry.
It's mahal ko kayo.
Okay.
That's a positive connotation.
Yes, I love you.
I'm not gonna attempt. I'm not even going to attempt.
Yeah, well, the first quote is "You are in charge of your life."
Yeah, which I thought was it sounded positive, but I guess not.
Yeah. Oh, they've never mind. Like for the Filipinos, they're Bahala ka sa buhay mo.
Yeah, okay. I'm
You guys will
missing.
know. You
Shout out
guys
to
will know.
Filipinos.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so the next couple of presenters we have are Alyssa had helped them to kind of like strengthen their portfolios, do some revision, and Alyssa gave them some great feedback. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go a step back and have Alyssa moderate the next couple of presenters. So I'll be in the background, and definitely you could then I'll probably put up some comments in the back if anything. All right, so I'll be right back.
All right then. Okay, so thank you, Gerard. So Alyssa, it's you and me. Sorry.
Hello. I'm so ready for this.
Awesome. I'm glad you're ready. All right, so we're gonna have your first that you helped. So you want to go ahead and introduce your first student?
Yes, and I see him right there. Everyone, put your hands together for David. Woo!
Woo! Hello.
Hello. My sister, my special assistant today, part of my portfolio. So, everybody, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. So can you tell us a little bit about the portfolio you're going to be introducing for us?
Yes. My portfolio is I'm going to present my academic portfolio for English 201. It's sort of a continuation from my English 101 that I took last semester. And it connects English literature and argumentative writing with policing, and probably one of the hardest things that I probably had to do which was a police report. Having to do it off the bat and having no information about it, which was difficult, but I got through it, and I think I did a decent job.
Right, great. That sounds really exciting. I'm looking forward. So whenever you're ready, go ahead, start sharing your screen. Everyone on Twitch, again, let's give it up for David while he shares and shows us his e-portfolio. Right, nice.
Is it there?
Yes, it is here.
Okay, there we go. So this is my e-portfolio. This is my introduction to my e-portfolio. A little bit about me. I'm a freshman at John Jay, majoring in forensic science. I aspire to one day be a lab technician or a crime scene investigator. Okay, so I'm originally from the Coney Island, Gravesend area, so from Brooklyn, New York. But I'm heavily rooted in my Mexican culture and like my family, my sister right here. And so I think I take pride in my Mexican culture like that. Some of my activities that I like to do is skateboarding, listening to some music, drawing sometimes, running. Occasionally, I haven't gone on a run in a long time because I've been lazy and I've been a lot of homework. But I do skate on a regular basis, and I like to skate. I like to do all those activities, but what I like to do the most is, spend time with my sister, which is of course right here. Say hi, Amaya. She's a little bit shy. She's only 4 years old. But she also likes to skateboard, as you can see. She's trying her best. I incorporated a GIF so everybody can see her amazing skills.
Oh yes, more skills than me for sure.
Yeah. For moving on, I want to talk about my reflective journal or reflective journals. But the one that I want to focus on mainly is the first one that I wrote for my English 201 course. I wanted to get creative with it, so I did like this little design. And the purpose of this reflective journal was to sort of reflect, like it says, about my first semester, but at the same time be creative with it by like dedicating this journal to my past self, so like the me from 2021. And I think that allowed me to like sort of reflect on how I've grown through my first semester to my second semester, and in general like middle school life from my English course to overall my academic growth and who I've been becoming as a person, maturing. What I also wanted to focus on was sort of like a lesson that I learned in English 101 from Professor Perry, who sort of like indirectly taught me that I should sort of write something about things that I'm passionate about. For example, last semester I wrote about what's it called? I forgot the name of it. A scientific report about age gaps and siblings. And the reason I was so passionate about it is because I, of course, hold my sister really close to me. She's a really big part of my life, and I wanted to write something about her and how our connection can, be different and, observed, I guess. And doing that, I became really passionate with that piece of writing that I really feel proud of it. but of course it's not part of this. But moving on, I also want to sort of talk about my rhetorical analysis that I'm sort of jumping into. I received a lot of feedback from Alyssa, which I appreciate a lot. And she sort of helped me, you know, add this trailer about the movie that I'm talking about, adding gifs and ideas and stuff like that that I normally wouldn't do. But moving along, this rhetorical analysis was about, of course, the movie Guilty from Netflix. And the purpose of it was to sort of break down a short minute clip, like a 6-minute clip about the movie that would reflect, which would connect to my argumentative driven essay, which I will speak about in a bit. But I think I really like this. I'm really proud of this assignment because I really took a lot of time and effort to sort of voice what I wanted to voice in the first place. And I think I did a good job with that. And this was sort of my skeleton, you know, like my base, my structure for all of my work for my essay. As for my essay, I wanted to talk about it. Like I said before, it connects argumentative writing with policing today. And this argumentative essay was about how the film connects to today's policing in America and overall just in the world. And like I said, I took a lot of time to sort of break down the movie. I took a 6-minute clip and I expanded it into an essay, which is something, like I said, I'm proud of. And I really, really dug deep into like the details of the movie and sort of put effort into it, something that I don't often do. And I felt proud of it. I think that if you take a read at it, you will find something cool.
Yeah, and you should definitely be proud of it. It's amazing. All of this is really great, and the visuals that go along with everything. Like, what was the process you had? Like, so Alyssa was helping you, or?
Yeah.
So the process originally, it was I think I added a few things, but Alyssa, of course, gave me a lot of feedback on things that I could add, like the trailer, something that I didn't think about, to sort of add spunk and like details of the movie for somebody who hasn't watched it. I think that would really help out someone who's just visiting my ePortfolio for the first time. And like, you know, gifts and stuff like that. I really appreciate the help. Yeah.
Such a wonderful portfolio.
Yeah.
This is great. Alyssa, you have any?
Yeah.
No, but this is just really, really great. And I think you said you're proud of it, and it shows that you put a lot of effort into it.
Well, I think can you still hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Oh snap! I'm sorry. Was I speaking over you? Oh, Alyssa.
No, I don't know, because like on my end I feel a little frozen
Yeah, Alyssa's frozen
right now. So can you guys hear me? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, Alyssa's frozen.
Oh, great.
But I can hear you, but your screen is frozen.
But it's cool. At least we have Alyssa's screen right there. So awesome work, David. So definitely, if any of the viewers like what they see on David's portfolio, definitely vote for him in the Bloodhound's Choice. Oh, Alyssa's back, kind of.
Sort of. All right. So wait. So I'm gonna stop the screen sharing. Maybe that'll help a little bit. All right. Okay, Alyssa. No. Okay, Alyssa's gonna. Yep, she's gonna connect right back with us. All right. Okay. So, but David, thank you so much, David, for being here. comments to the viewers on Twitch and, maybe your professor who could be watching?
I want to say thanks to Allison, a shout out to Allison Perry, Professor Perry, I mean. She really gave a lot of effort into, you can see that she shows passion when she teaches, and that in return helped me a lot to grow in my writing and overall finding my passion for writing. And I want to give thanks to her.
Awesome. That is lovely. That's absolutely so. Again, everyone, if you love David's portfolio, vote for his portfolio, The Bloodhound's Choice. Thank you again, David. And with that, I'm gonna let you go. All right, and then I'm gonna start adding in our next person, who is Cheyenne. So we're gonna give it up to Cheyenne while she is joining us. And Alyssa, Alyssa's back! Yay!
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I apologize. I had no idea what just happened.
all right. Welcome.
Hi. I'm back again.
Welcome back. So glad to have you.
Hello.
All right, and then let's go ahead and add Cheyenne. So let's give it up for Cheyenne on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, give it up. Let's give it up. There we go.
Oh, I have to share my screen, right? Okay.
Well, yeah, you can talk a little bit about your portfolio.
Oh, okay. So like my portfolio, it's I did it for my like English 101 class. So basically, the gist of it was you take like one idea and you kind of break it up into different like lenses. So for my portfolio, I did Monopoly, and I think I would be able to share it. Let me see.
Oh yeah, the Monopoly. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Oh, okay. So in case anybody doesn't know what I'm referring to, all excitedly. If you haven't already been on the showcase site, everyone has a TikTok profile page on the showcase site, and Cheyenne sent us Throwing Dice on a board game. And okay, now I understand the connection.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so excited. Okay.
Yeah, Gabby, I gave her that idea because we were talking about 5 seconds, right? And I was like, you know what? What if she plays Monopoly? Because she talks about it in her e-portfolio. It's perfect. So I thought that was really interesting too.
Great. That was great.
Okay, so this is like my introduction page. You kind of open up to like a GIF of like Olivia Benson, and this is kind of like a reoccurring theme throughout the portfolio. But this is like my first time using Digication because like I'm a freshman, so it didn't like come out the way that I like anticipated it to be, but I'm still proud of it. The first page that I would show is results to a survey that I conducted, and it was basically, it fit under the part of my personal research, and like the main purpose of this was to kind of find out how my peers, like their experience to playing Monopoly and how it like compared to mine. So questions that I asked are really basic, like what is your favorite color space, or like what is your favorite piece to play with, and just how they play it in general. And like one result that I found was really funny was this one right here, and it's like on a scale of 1 to 10, how competitive do you think you are playing Monopoly? And I think everybody who answered it was, for the most part, pretty honest, because I would fit under 4 or 5, and I just liked that they didn't really like lie about it. They were like really brutally honest about it. And majority of those who took the survey, results are really similar to my own. So it kind of showed me that people enjoy Monopoly just as much as I do.
Monopoly. I love Monopoly.
Exactly.
This is just the rest of the survey, but the second page is like the cultural research portion of it. I did personal and then I did cultural. So this is like 6 examples. If I click on it, it would be a link, but it's like 6 examples of where you see Monopoly. So the first one, I think most of people know the song by Ariana Grande.
I know that one.
It's like really popular, and I like that she uses like a clever line that's like, treat my goals like property, and that kind of alludes to, what Monopoly is. You're buying property. The second one, this is really brief. It's basically a game show that the entire board is a Monopoly board, and you basically have to try and get around the entire board in 5 moves, and you win a ridiculous amount of money. So I thought that was interesting. This one I really enjoyed looking at Target and Monopoly because those are like my two favorite things. I didn't expect that they would make Monopoly into a Target board, but I haven't bought it yet and I'm really tempted to.
I'm curious now.
The fourth is basically just a PlayStation version of Monopoly. This is also something I play with my brother and my cousin, so I just felt like I could include that. McDonald's toys. I don't know if anybody's like familiar with seeing this around April last year, but I unfortunately never got the mini Monopoly board, but I just found it interesting that they were like putting it into kids' meals, and it was more of like the older generation that seemed excited about having mini board games instead of like 5-year-olds. So I just
I want one. Wait a minute. Are they gonna bring it back? You guys remember the Monopoly Scratch?
I wish they would. I didn't get one.
Remember the French fry scratch? Do you guys remember that? Like when they used to like you could win like a free French fries.
Yeah, and they
like
would
a Monopoly.
Oh yeah, okay. Now I know. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh man, see, look, my age show. Okay, never mind. Continue.
The last one I had was basically a photo that Hasbro posted, and it's just a guy in a Monopoly costume, and I find it so fitting that it's in New York City because this is only what you see in New York City. So I really liked doing this part of the project. I think this was like my favorite one because I like putting together like different examples of it, and it's just to see how popular Monopoly is in the world in general. And that's really it for the
All right, thank you so much. That's like really cool, really awesome. Alyssa, any addition?
So I'm just wondering, like, since you used the game Monopoly, does it have any like meaning to your life? Like, why did you pick the game Monopoly for your project?
Yeah, so I've been playing it since I was like 9, so that's more or less like a decade. And when people hear the word Monopoly, you know, some people think of like, you know, an actual Monopoly, but for me, I think of like the first thing I think of is the board game.
Yeah,
so I thought that like implementing that into a portfolio where I could look at it in different ways that's not really just a board game would be really interesting.
Yeah, I agree. Especially because for me, I play Monopoly with my family and we have our calculators next to us because sometimes someone be cheating in the game. So you have to make sure everyone's giving the right amount of money, like to the bank, everything.
Especially the banker, and I'm definitely the banker. So
Ooh, yes, a banker. Oh, they don't trust me to be banker anymore.
Yeah.
The 500. Nobody knows. Like, oh, sorry, Rad, 500.
Yeah. For me, I give out the cards. Like, say if you bought this property, I'm that person to give you the card. That's me. I don't know if that's a role, but that's my job.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that is definitely a role, and we have house rules. We take it very seriously in my house.
Yes, me too. And like, if you don't follow the rules, you gotta be following it. For sure.
That's
definitely.
Oh yeah, they only bust out the rule book when they think somebody's cheating, though.
Or when you're winning.
Right. Yeah. When you're winning. Wait, that's not in the rules. Where was the rules when we started the game? It's free for all at this point. Come on now. All right. So thank you for showing us your portfolio. I loved it. Now I'm ready to play some Monopoly after that.
Yeah, me too. The whole E team should play.
Oh yeah, the E team Monopoly. I'm ready. I will not be nice. There is no niceties. All right. Thank you so much. I'm gonna let you go. Thank you. All right. Ooh. So that was great. I'm loving these portfolios so far. What about you?
I'm feeling great. I just wish like I wasn't frozen for some time, but other than that, all the portfolios we've seen so far, they've shown growth, creativity, and they're doing it while being in class, and it's so impressive.
Really? Being able to take your classwork, add your spin to it, and make it fun, make it enjoyable, because honestly, that's what ePortfolio is about.
Yeah, exactly. All about creativity and design, personality, everything.
We love it. And our next guest is gonna has so much personality. Yes. So we're gonna have we're gonna have Nael Pace with us. Okay, everybody on Twitch, let's give it up for Nael. We're gonna add you to the spotlight. All right, welcome to the spotlight. Welcome to the showcase. Hi.
Hi, how are you guys?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So today I'm going to be presenting my e-portfolio that I did for my English 101 class last semester. And the whole premise of our showcase, of our e-portfolio was an inquiry-based project using personal narratives and academic information research at the same time. So I don't know, yeah, it was pretty cool to work on this project.
Okay, so let's go ahead and you can start sharing your screen when you're ready, and we're excited to see your portfolio.
Here it is. Share. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can, and we're seeing a lovely shade of blue. I'm loving it so far.
Yes, okay, so my favorite color is blue. It's always been blue, so I figured it was only right that I make my About Me page blue. So I'm a freshman here at John Jay, and my major is forensic psych, and I'm now minoring in biology. I am very family oriented, hence the photo right here, and I do have a younger brother who I love so very much. You know, I love my family. In my spare time, I love listening to music, and that's why I included these two playlists, which I'm still very much proud of. You know, I'm adding to them. They don't even look like this anymore, but you know, neither here nor there. And I also am a part of a nonprofit organization called Girls Inc. And I included some of the interviews that I did with a few celebrities, and we talked about mental health. And so that was something that I felt like I had to include. Yeah, with my presentation. So for the personal narrative part, I'm gonna share my memoir, and it was about Beyonce because I love Beyonce. She's my favorite.
Love Queen Bee.
Yes, the Queen Bee. So when it came to doing this memoir, it was very difficult, I don't want to say, because I feel like I have a hard time writing about personal narratives. I don't know, it's really weird, just recalling certain memories for some reason, and then putting it into an academic format. So this was the first draft that we did, and I put a yellow background for the Lemonade purposes, because her last album was Lemonade. I felt like it was only right. So
it's only right.
Yes.
It's only right.
Only right answer.
And then for the final draft, I did it on Google Docs, and I included GIFs and changed the background to yellow, of course.
And I love that title. Buzzes from the Beehive.
Yes, I was like,
what? Wordplay.
So yes, this was a lot more fun in my opinion, because I got to add a lot more personality, which I think is the best part of the e-portfolio, getting to not only include academic or professional elements, but also putting your own spin onto things. So it was really cool to just add photos and dialogue and things of that nature. So yeah, and then afterwards we had to do a reflection discussing how writing the memoir was for us. And like I said here, it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, because I really do have a hard time including my personal life, including dialogue and things like that. I remember I was like, how am I supposed to include this? I'm over here, I've been a fan of Beyonce since I was younger. I don't remember what I used to say about her word for word. So I have to use a little bit of imagination and include that in my work.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob will never go old.
Huh?
Oh, I said SpongeBob will never be old, man. Everybody just never loves SpongeBob, and he's yellow too. Okay.
And a part with my memoir, I also talk about stan culture, and I did it mostly on Twitter, because everybody knows that the stans be crazy on Twitter, and so I did a little I don't want to say essay, I guess, a little paper on how it is on Twitter, and I included some specific things that you see on Twitter for those that may not be familiar with that.
Nice.
No, because I see BTS Army on there, and I'm like,
when he was gonna react to that.
You should stand Twitter, I was like, yes, because I'm a
I
part of
knew you were gonna read. I was waiting for you to notice it. I was like, is she gonna say something about the BTS thing?
I was gonna ask her about that.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I had to show.
Okay, thank you. This is a really wonderful, loving the consistent color scheme and the theme. The Beehive is satisfied, I know for a fact. The Beehive is very much satisfied. So well done. Do you have anything in terms of comments to anybody on Twitch, your professor, or you want to say any last words about ePortfolio, your ePortfolio?
Yeah, like I said before, doing my ePortfolio was super fun because I got to include some personalization, make it colorful, because I'm like all about colors. I love like a bunch of colors and just things. So yeah, it was really fun, and I really thank my professor for making this experience. I had Professor Salzberg, by the way, making this experience like super relaxed and not like a hassle. Not it didn't feel like an assignment because everything was like done in portions and things like that. So yeah, it was really nice, and I thank him.
All right, awesome. Thank you for being here with us and sharing your amazing portfolio. Everyone, if you loved your portfolio, and Beehive, I'm calling to you, Beehive.
Yeah, to all the Beyonce fans.
Yes, and the BTS fans. All right. Bloodhound's choice. All right, you guys know who to choose. All right, thank you again. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. It was great to have you. All right, bye. All right, Alyssa. How you doing, Alyssa? You doing good?
I'm doing good. Gabby, what's your favorite Beyonce song? Do you have a favorite song?
Oh, you see, it's one of those songs that you don't even really know. It's Standing on the Sun. I always mess up the title, but it's Standing on the Sun, and she's literally like she's doing her thing. She's doing her Beyonce, It's just like, there's no miss with Beyonce. There is no miss. I'm sorry if that is a controversial topic.
No, but honestly, like her Super Bowl performance, that was something.
Elite.
I love her Super Bowl performance.
Didn't all the lights go out? I'm pretty sure all the lights went out at one point. Like the whole stadium shut down, lost electricity. Amazing.
Her impact. Her power.
Her impact, right? All right, Alyssa, it's been so great having you here with me.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I know you have to go continue to support your students and on Twitch and all that such. All right. So, but I'm gonna bring Gerard back. All right.
Thank you so much for letting me co-host.
Yes, it's fun. Always fun. And I'll see you in the meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
See you later. All right then. I'm gonna add Gerard. Bye-bye. Gerard, hello. Welcome back.
Wow, Gabby. Pretty impressive. You did great. With the interns, I think you could do this for like probably 1-2 years, maybe 5 years.
Wait.
The 10th annual ePortfolio Showcase.
Oh wait, that sounds like a nice offer. I'll consider this offer. Maybe a raise.
Well, let's see if somebody just left the call. Anyway, what we have next is a former senior intern, lead intern. She's been here for quite a while, and now she graduated and is in law school. Give it up, everybody, for Patricia Padriano.
Yes. Woohoo! Hi, Patricia. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Hi, it's so good to see you. It's been so long. I work with Patricia, everybody. You look amazing. You look so great. Okay,
Thanks for having me. I know Gerard. I saw him. No, I went to John Jay to pick up my senior cruise tickets, and I texted Gerard asking if any of the interns are in person just so I could say hi. But he just stopped by into the office where I was picking up my tickets, and he's like, "Do you want to be in the ePortfolio showcase?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Which is fun. We have finals tomorrow, but
it's a much more elaborate than that. I gave her like a fancy invitation with it was covered in gold and everything, but
Gerard fashion way is how it's presented to me.
But it's awesome for actually stopping by here and speaking to us about your time in John Jay, as well as your time in law school, because it's been a while, and I know you're striving at all the places that you've been around. So definitely tell us, Patricia, could you introduce yourself to the audience right now? Because it's been like years since you've been to like John Jay now. So let's, for the ones that doesn't know who Patricia is, could you do like a little introduction of yourself?
So hi guys, my name is Patricia. This is my last semester as a second year in law school. I go to CUNY School of Law, so I'm always been CUNY, which means I'm also 1 year away from graduating and a year away from taking the bar exam. So that's like pretty close. What else have I been doing? I mean, the pandemic hit us. John Jay or CUNY shut down, or basically the entire New York City shut down on my last semester as a senior at John Jay. So it was like pretty weird. But since then, during law school, I interned at the Bronx DA's office last summer. And this summer, I'm going to be interning at the mayor's office to end domestic and gender-based violence. So it's something that's near and dear to my heart because I've worked on it during John Jay for one of the domestic violence in Puerto Rico project. I was part of the Rising Scholars of Justice pre-law pipeline program. So, but yeah, that's like a little snippet of me. I've been an ePortfolio intern from 2017 until 2020. So sophomore year of college up until my graduating year. So yeah.
Yeah, but definitely you were an excellent intern. But like let's go back and talk about like the first time you were introduced with ePortfolio. And I think the first time I heard about you was on the showcase.
Yeah, so I heard about ePortfolio because one, we had to do it for one of our freshman year seminar classes. Like, I feel like that's typical of how students learn about ePortfolio. And second, my peer mentor, who was Olivia, at that time was an intern, and I was looking for jobs. I needed a way to pay for my tuition. I was working a full-time job at like a salon back then, but I wanted a job that's in school that would help me like still earn money but still be in school, focusing my academics, making connections within the school, and making sure that I'm on track to like graduate and have the skills necessary for me to like go into grad school, right? And so that's when I learned about ePortfolio. I was a very shy person. I can never go up on a stage. I hate group presentations. I hate presentations in general, or being called in class to answer a question. I hated all of that. But I had to like take a step back and make sure that, okay, you can't be doing this all your life. You can't be just sitting in school or in class being afraid to talk. And so I took a leap of faith and like applied to be an intern that spring semester. And I, worked on my resume, on my cover letter. I sent a long letter to Dan, who was the previous ePortfolio director, saying like, this is why I'm a good fit to be an intern. Like, I did some HTML codes for Tumblr. I was a Tumblr girl back then. I was like reposting or reblogging posts, but like I knew how to like make my own website. So I was like, okay, why don't I just, make use of like what I'm already doing for fun? And that's when I applied to be an intern. I got the job. I remember being so afraid to like present in front of class. And I remember like telling Gerard, like, do I really have to do it by myself? Can I continue just shadowing like a senior intern and just like support them, just give out the handouts, not even talk, probably like just say like, hi, I'm Patricia, I'm a support intern or whatever. But Gerard pushed me, Dan pushed me, some of the interns pushed me to like, just, you can do it. And after a while, it became second nature to me to be talking in public, to be speaking in public. I mean, if I want to be a lawyer, I have to know how to speak in public, So the skills that I've learned in ePortfolio have transferred to what, like at my job interviews for like the DA's office, the mayor's office. There was not one moment where I don't describe ePortfolio or my experience at ePortfolio just because of how transferable the skills and experiences are. And so I don't know, ePortfolio has become a big part of my life for professional and academic journey.
Yes, definitely, because I do remember that time when you were like really afraid. I think I remember at one point it was a science course where it was a lecture hall, 120 students.
Oh my god, Gerard pushed me to do that, the science class, the Science 112.
Yeah, the one on Oh, that's on L2, right?
Yeah, the big science lab. Like, there's like what 120 students.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
big
about that.
Yeah,
That's a big one.
yeah. I think that was one of my first workshops. Yeah, and then I was with another intern because like you need 2 interns to be in that workshop. But I remember being I think that was my first one, and I was like, "Yo, Gerard, you can't be serious right now." Huh?
I can't believe it was the first
one. First one, yeah. First one leading the workshop, not being a support, like actually co-leading the thing. I think that was also a good experience for me to like do the small ones, and like became second nature. Like I already know like the ins and outs of like how to keep people entertained or like focused on what we are doing. And part of that is obviously walking around. I'm not sure what has it been for Zoom, but it's probably difficult for that as well.
Oh, we've been.
This is pre-pandemic, so
yeah, right. Pre-pandemic, we've been managing, but I do remember shadowing you though. That was always a fun time. Like kind of going into your classes. We used to be in the Math and Science Resource Center a lot. But it was always great. I always learned so much from you, and always very welcoming when I came to the team because I was also very shy, and everybody just kind of ran up to me, especially you, like, "Hey, you want some coffee? Hey, do you want to do that?" I was like, "Can I put my?"
The perks of being in ePortfolio is because everyone's I hate saying the word like, "Oh, we're like a family," but it's really like friendship, like before workshops, after workshops, we're gonna be like, "Do you guys want to get coffee? Like, let's go to Dunkin'." I mean, during my time, it was at Westport, but we moved like my final year into the new building, and I think a lot of students and professors love that because now they don't have to run to Westport. I mean, the interns loved it too because we don't have to like run back and forth. But that was like the small moments, like getting Dunkin' or Starbucks or getting food at MBJ or something.
Yeah.
Right.
So definitely like just before you go, just talk about like your transition to law school. Like how has that been? Like do you have any tips for the students that actually are going to be graduating or thinking about law school?
Yeah, I think when I was doing law school, I remember still applying for law school, sorry. I remember I was still working as an intern. I was also interning at the AG's office. I forgot what it was, but I was really busy. But one thing that has been consistent on my resume is my job as an intern and my ePortfolio link. And that ePortfolio link, I kept it up until like my last semester of law school, just because I didn't have the time to update my website, and I don't want to put out a website that's incomplete, if it makes sense, because that's one thing too, right? You don't want to put a portfolio that's incomplete unless you still want to put it out there and you put like a little notice saying like, "Oh, this page is still under construction" or something like that, just to give the audience like an idea like, "Oh, she still has that portfolio and she's still working on it," But throughout law school, I definitely had my first year of law school, I had my ePortfolio link. And I think one interview asked me about my portfolio, I think. And they were like, "Oh, people usually just put their LinkedIn profile, but you actually have a website." And I was like, "Yeah, like, I was an intern. I was a lead senior intern," and like kind of like transitioned to like kind of nudge them and be like, "Yeah, like, I co-manage the interns, and I was an intern from like 2017, and I did public speaking a lot." So I think that was one thing that I encourage a lot of students, is because now it's pandemic time. A lot of people, Google your names and everything's on Zoom. So because everything's already on the internet and online, that you still want to have that persona, that what's the word for it? Online persona. Right, because now it's like it's different times. People look you up. People do actually look you up. So if they look up my name, they see my John J. portfolio. So
yep. And then probably later on, once you have your own law firm and everything, you would have your own .com website. That'll be like the next evolution of your digital presence and stuff.
Yeah, like, it's a good skill to have. It's like why would you say no to like having a digital skill? But.
Exactly. So definitely for the viewers out there, as well as the presenters that are currently watching, just to let you guys know, we are hiring a good amount of numbers of interns for the fall 2022 semester. So if you are interested in becoming an intern, looking into doing workshops, learning more about programs and different types of online tools and stuff, and definitely learn teamwork with the eTurns. Apply. We'll send like a link down. Actually, a lot of our information is on our website or on our ePortfolio support site, as well as on the showcase site. We'll have it down there after this broadcast. But Patricia, thank you for coming through. It's so awesome to see you.
See you.
And definitely, we're really happy with all the success that you had in law school. Definitely keep us updated. And if you still hang out with like the other eTurns, tell them to stop by, or at least give us like an email, say what's up, because it's been a while seeing the OG eTurns, because you guys were like the ones that are the one that started everything, so thank you for coming by, and definitely looking forward to all the success that you have like later on.
Thank you guys. Thank you for having me. It was a blast to talk to you guys for like 10 minutes, but hopefully we can get lunch soon. And I know I told Gerard this, but we should get lunch soon is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we actually have great places that we're going to be dining into, because now we have like Gabby had the ePortfolio of all the cool spots around John Jay, those cool
yes,
the
I
cool
did.
restaurants and stuff. So we'll pick out something like there, and definitely since you're here, we'll definitely invite you, as well as give you the new virtual ePortfolio T-shirt. That's super limited edition, and it looks super cool, and it's purple and black, and it's pretty awesome. So thanks again, Patricia.
Thank you. Bye.
All right.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. All right, cool. It was so great to see Patricia again. It was great. It was great. All righty then. So, Gerard, hi, how are you?
I am good. So what's gonna happen right now is we're gonna have the other eTurns come through. We have Maisha and Judy, and of course I'll be in the background, because these guys could definitely steal the show. So say hi to Maisha and Judy.
I'm gonna need the strength. I'm gonna need the strength.
Hey, hi everyone.
Hi everyone. Hi you guys. Always fun time to see you.
Yes, it's been so long. Literally 30 minutes. Like we had a 30-minute break between our rehearsal and now, so it was so long.
I think that's like 30 minutes too long.
All right then. Okay then. So you guys each have amazing portfolios to present. So I'm actually gonna let you guys decide. So which one of you want to go first?
You know what, Gabby? I think I'm gonna let Maisha go first. I'm really
of course, obviously. I will be the first choice, So let me share my screen, So let me know if you guys can see it now.
Okay, let's just give a second. Again, everybody on Twitch, this is Maisha. These are our eTurns here, our junior eTurns. And yeah, all right then. So I'm just gonna present her portfolio. Take it away, Maisha.
So the portfolio I'm presenting now is my professional portfolio. And actually it's really funny that Patricia was like right before me. I never met her. She left before I joined the program. But actually when I was making this portfolio, and it went through like a lot of different transitions, when I was making it, I used her portfolio as a reference of because it was so good. So I used that. Like if you can like look at my ePortfolio, you might notice some resemblance to it, like in terms of the header. Actually, this header, I'm really proud of it, even though I did like nothing with it, but it's like a GIF image. You can see that my name is like sliding through, it's like coming down. So I'm really proud of that. And if you click it, it takes you to my LinkedIn profile, but please don't click it because I haven't updated that in so long. It needs to be updated with everything I'm doing now, and also I have a really bad picture there. I should have mentioned that. Judy's gonna click on that now.
I definitely will. I'm doing it right now on my phone.
Why? Anyway, so when you scroll down, this is like my header section with all my pages and things like that, like all the things I'm involved in. And further down, I have like a brief introduction of like just who I am, what I'm majoring in, cell and molecular biology, my year, things like that, and like the goals of my professional e-portfolio. I wanted to keep it brief because I feel like if I have too much involved on the homepage, people are like, she's doing too much, and just like leave. And then here I have a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt, fantastic woman. Anyway, when we go here to the about me, you find out more about me, as it implies. And the reason why I particularly like this page is because I feel like in a lot of professional sort of like websites or portfolios, they focus so much on the actual work of the person, and like that's obviously very important, that they kind of ignore that we're human too. So in this page, what I was trying to do was trying to like show that I was a real person with hobbies and interests and values and qualities about myself that, you know, make me real to other people. So I talk a little bit about my background. I have this GIF of myself, important moments in my life, my family, my friends, things like that. And then here I get a little bit specific on my journey so far, especially entering college, because that was such a turning point in my life, especially because I joined, I became a freshman during the pandemic and essentially went from being a high school senior to college freshman all online, which was terrible. Do not recommend, not 10 out of 10. But when we go further down, I discuss a little bit more about like my personal feelings and things like that, my cultural identity, my hobbies, things I'm passionate about. And I also, as Alyssa was promoting earlier, I use Canva for this. So guys, if you want to do something really cool with your e-portfolio, use Canva. Hashtag not sponsored. Anyway, further down, I have this section here, which I actually did this today, and funny enough, I believe I am calling myself an innovator now, a pioneer, because I discovered that you can upload 62 files all at once in the same slideshow on ePortfolio. It's not there anymore because I deleted it, but fun fact. But when you go further down, I'm trying to discuss like some experiences that I've had, fun things that I've done. So here is like my friends and family, a slideshow of things like that. Look, the E-turns right there. That was perfect timing. Yeah, just me and the people that are important in my life. A little bit further down, I like show pictures that I've taken from different places that I've been to in the city and like outside of the city, outside of state. So that was actually in Florida right there. It was great being in Florida. Yeah, so it was a mix of both images and videos that I uploaded with, and I was like honestly surprised that it worked out so well. But yeah, it worked. And then further down, this is the important part, guys. This is the important part. It's food. It's food. Okay.
Most important part of your professional portfolio is food.
Absolutely. Absolutely. First of all, who doesn't eat? Okay. Everyone eats. Okay. We need food. So that's why it's important. Okay. I don't think it's professional to pretend that I don't eat. Okay. But yeah, so here I have all the places I've eaten at, the images of food that I have, things like that, which I think is really
nice. My e-portfolio. Like, am I like not doing my e-portfolio anymore because you included yours?
Well, actually, this is actually a great.
You don't have to.
It's a great transition.
I covered you. I did it. So yeah, there's that, and then yeah, you can see a lot of files there. And then again, I have another quote. I did this with all of my pages where I had like a little quote because I feel like it's a good way to show like my values. So this one is from an author that I love, Arundhati Roy, who's an amazing Indian activist. And her books are really good. I recommend The God of Small Things if you guys actually. Maybe not. That one is kind of a intense book, but it is a very good book.
Well, thank you for that book recommendation. and those wonderful images on food and such. And actually, since you brought up food and its importance, don't you think it's a cool idea to maybe transition to Judy's portfolio, since you have an idea of what that is? All right, so everyone, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna switch to Judy's portfolio.
And now I will be the host for Judy. Judy, are you prepared?
Thank you so much. I think we were saving the best for last. This is why, she going next. But let me share my screen. Okay. So, okay, can you guys see my portfolio?
Yes.
Perfect. So a little bit about myself. I know Gabby introduced me in the beginning, but my name is Judy, and I am a junior intern with the ePortfolio program. But I decided I don't want to do a professional ePortfolio. I want to do like something, a little different. So I went with food, because who doesn't love food? Even Maisha included in her professional ePortfolio. That's how
One thing we agree on. No
important it is. Okay, so this is like the ePortfolio. So this is like a little bit like, get to know me. And you guys gotta take note of like the rule of thumb that there's no we in food. You should not be sharing food with anyone. Just get your own thing, you know what I mean? Okay, so we can see here in the first, there's like, this is my best friend, my person. And this was like on my birthday. And on a side note, I'm turning 22 in 3 months, so gifts are accepted.
Judy.
And then I also love taking like sunrise pictures or like, sunset. And this, I'm gonna show you this video. Just briefly.
Lovely, lovely.
So pretty. This was also like the last day of Ramadan, so definitely a little sad, but like, special day. And these are also another pictures of me and my friend. Let's move on to the most important thing about this ePortfolio. So I have like different tabs that highlights different things that I do. So let's say, if I do a homemade meal, which is not really that often, or like when I eat out, when I bake, and definitely coffee, because we can't forget about that. So this first one is about like homemade shenanigans, as I like to say. For the first video, I would say that I mostly contributed to the fries and like this kofta in the middle. It's still something that I had to like include it. You can see me here eating leftovers at like 3 a.m. Do you see this picture? It looks so amazing. Do you see how like current the skewers are at the top? Yeah, it didn't really, it burned on the bottom. So
good job.
Yeah, it's fine. I made some sushi with my sister as well. This is why it looks nice. She assembled it. The dumplings we actually bought, and after I ate it, I realized that it has pork in it. So yeah, I should not be eating that.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I know you guys are probably hungry right now, because I am after looking at all of these pictures. This was like the Gigi Hadid pasta, by the way. It was amazing. You guys need to try it. Look it up on TikTok or like anywhere, Instagram. It's not really that much of like a lot of work. And if I can do it, I'm pretty sure everyone else can do it. So let's go to eat out. This is mostly like documenting, whenever I go out with like friends or family. So definitely check it out if you guys need like, like spot recommendations to go out with friends and family. Also, IHOP's pancakes are just elite. Like it's
oh my goodness.
Barbecue. Another picture of me eating my IHOP pancakes because like they're that good. And just like, videos of like friends and family. Yeah. Okay, so now let's go to baking. And I know Gerard is gonna be like in the background, like dying to comment about like, my baking like cookies, but
yeah, explain the cookie again. Explain the cookie.
Okay, so this was actually an assignment for my ISP class, and they asked me to like, make something and then like document it or whatever. And I decided to make cookies because you can't really go wrong with cookies, right?
You say that as you show that picture.
Of
the cookies going wrong.
It's fine because it still tasted good, right? It's not about how it looks, it's about how it tastes, because that's
have to put in the cookies like the presentation of the cookie. I'm just saying that's
please.
When you lift up the cookie, you're like lifting up a plate. Like it's the size of the plate or whatever.
I think Maisha should not have been the one presenting my I had my brother here for like moral support, but after he saw the way it turned out, he was like, I'm out of here. We're not doing
blame him.
But listen, not everything is that bad. Like, look at this video of like the flan. It looks amazing. You just want to like, eat it.
And then you remember your cookies and then you're like, oh wait, never mind, maybe it's not safe.
It was amazing. Do you see how presentation, like it's good? Because you were talking about presentation and I was like, it's good. Let's not talk about that video of the cake. I'm just letting you guys know it was disgusting and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
The chocolate didn't melt.
Hard. I could hear you say that.
My mic is on. I'm sorry.
You are not allowed to be discussing talking privileges right now.
And then we got like tiramisu because this is actually pretty good. And if you guys ever need tiramisu, I would be the one, like I should be the one to ask to like, make it for you. Cause like I make it so good, so creamy and just like amazing.
So you guys heard that? You need a baker or a cook, you can call Judy. And then also additionally, well, first, thank you, Judy. I'm sorry. Thank you, Judy and Maisha, for your wonderful portfolios. Guys, if you guys loved those portfolios, you already know what to do. Choice. You're going to go ahead and run over to Bloodhound's Choice and select your favorite portfolio. But please don't tell them because then I'm going to have to hear it. So
like log off, I'm just gonna say, you guys, I believe that I should be the one earning your vote.
Yeah, everyone's gonna remember that cookie.
Yes, please. I'm putting like things that are really memorable on this e-portfolio. You're gonna remember the cookies, so definitely vote for me so I can like.
Yeah, that was an intentional choice.
Definitely vote. So.
My goodness. Thank you, both of you, for your wonderful portfolios and your advertisement for Bloodhound's Choice. All right. So Judy, I'm gonna let you go because I actually have to stay. I gotta stay with Maisha. I'm gonna give her back to you. Don't worry. I'm gonna give her back. To you after the showcase, but I need to hang on to her for a little bit, okay?
It's fine, you can take her all you want. You don't need to give her back.
Gabby is upgrading. I'm leaving you behind.
Okay, I think we're gonna log off right now.
Okay, bye, Judy. Bye, Judy. All right. So, Maisha, are you ready to introduce our next presenter?
Absolutely. So for our next presenter, we have a collaborative e-portfolio from SSC, from an SSC 325 class, and the person who will be presenting it is Wanda.
All right, round of applause. Hello.
Hi. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing
good. Well, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How are you feeling about, the showcase and presenting?
Well, this is my first showcase. I think I love that you guys seem to all know each other. Everyone, is so enthusiastic about the work that you're all displaying. I'm so impressed with the portfolios that I've seen thus far. You guys are really talented. So I hope to pick up a tip or two from what I've seen so far.
Well, you guys have a great class portfolio, I know. So you guys have a great class portfolio. So you're definitely in our running, of course, for Bloodhound's Choice, just as everybody else. So can you tell everybody just a little bit about the portfolio you're going to be sharing with us?
Sure. So as you mentioned, we're all taking a SSC 325 research methods class, and the professor basically transformed the traditional course and spearheaded this research project after one of our classmates, Charlie Grosso, informed us that he has spent 40 years in prison. So, after learning the basics and fundamental terms related to sociological research, our professor modified the curriculum. She divided the class into 8 groups and had us apply what we already learned, into this research project. So what I'm going to do is share my screen.
And everybody on Twitch, give it up for Wanda. Give it up for Wanda for representing her class.
Thank you. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, and I'm seeing a wonderful portfolio.
Thank you.
I thought earlier, I was like, it's so good.
Thank you. So the first tab is basically a message from the professor explaining the course, explaining how we were divided into groups, and then also detailing the resources that she provided and listed for us to use on Blackboard. Here's a picture of our class. We meet on Saturdays via Zoom for about 3 hours. I'll scroll to the top. This first tab here is actually the story about Charlie. He was featured in the sociology newsletter a few weeks back. And if you have a moment, take the time to read, because he's a very inspiring person and he's done a lot of amazing things since being home. The next tab is actually of our class. Here we are again. And then this one is of the research mentors.
Yep, ePortfolio was there. Yep, I was there. Yep. To give you guys some support. It was great. It was such a wonderful class. You guys are all really energetic and enthusiastic. It was a joy to see you guys put this portfolio together.
Thank you. And it was a pleasure having you and having you guide us, because for many of us, this was the first time utilizing the education tool. So this first group, they basically researched prison issues and came up with questions as well as a hypothesis on the research that they found.
So this is like prison issues. Like, can you talk a little bit more about like the project? So you were doing research and you related different prison issues and different prison themes I'm seeing throughout every single tab and stuff like that. So so can you explain like a little bit more like just in each section, like what was the goal of that section exactly? Like what were they trying to, what was the whole class trying to show or highlight when it comes to prisons? Like what was can you elaborate a little bit more on the project?
Sure. So each of the groups had a different approach, but it was really about the effects of the global pandemic on the prison system. So as I mentioned, the first group, they researched scholarly articles that were published during and after the pandemic, and this is how they came up with the questions based on the research articles that they found, and came up with questions that were not necessarily addressed in the articles. The next group is actually discussing the prison history as well as bills and current legislation in the prison system. The next group, it's actually Charlie's group, and here's Charlie again. And what you see there is a word cloud, which was composed of all of the key terms that they found throughout their research. These are some of his pictures when he goes to Albany with legislators, and here's another word cloud. Some more pictures, and here's Charlie when he received, when he made Dean's List. And then, some of their research is noted here. And then we're with the prison methodology. This is actually my group, and we were responsible for reviewing various research methods as well as the methodology that was used by the researchers to collect like the data that they that they gathered, when conducting prison research. What we did was we captured the research method, the methodology, we captured the keywords, and then provided citations. And I actually have a co-mentor with me, Kathleen, who is going to walk you through the second half of our project.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. So so Kathleen's not with us right now, but everyone, if you wanted to continue to check out, that's an amazing job with this project. It was really, really great. And honestly, I think it's really worth looking into. Oh, wait a minute, Kathleen's here. Okay, wait a minute, false alarm. Kathleen is here. All right, sorry, my bad. Hello, so I'm gonna go ahead and add Kathleen so she can talk about the project. But Wanda, thank you so much for doing portion of the project, your hard work and everything that you contributed. I saw that was a lot of research. So you guys did
amazing too in the e-portfolio, like how you organize everything. Wonderful, like amazing.
Thank you so much, Katie.
Thank you. So we're gonna let you go. All right, and then next we have Kathleen. All right, so everyone give it up on Twitch for Kathleen. I'm gonna go ahead and add her. All right. Oh, and the screen sharing is ready. Oh snap. Okay, on it.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. So Wanda already covered some of the tabs. So in regards to the group, we were a part of 8 research mentors, and each research mentor was assigned a group, and each group worked together on the assignment that Professor Johnson had assigned for that week. So us mentors, we met on weekdays and evenings with the professor to discuss our group progress. And the mentors then had to meet with their group and organize their thoughts and ideas according to their topic. So with my group, our assignment was to do peer-reviewed journals prior to the global pandemic. So I was a mentor and my peers were John Alvarez and Jasmine. So here is the source, the date of publication, the name of the article, abstract, keywords from the abstract, and the citation. So in this tab, it's specifically for journals that were published prior to the pandemic. So the first article, for example, here was chosen by Jasmine and was published on January 1st, 2003 from the Crime and Delinquency Journal. So it just talks about how solitary confinement affects prisoners' mental health. In our next tab is from journals that were during the global pandemic. So it's the same chart format as the one before. And here, if we scroll down, we can also see that there is another article here about solitary confinement, but this one is during the pandemic. So this one was in July 6, 2020 from the Journal of General Internal Medicine. And this talks about how denouncing the use of solitary confinement in prison and instead using the system of medical isolation. So the next tab is prison images.
I just want to comment that I love a lot of the imagery that you guys are putting into your portfolios, and I see you have an entire tab dedicated to it. So that's really, really, really great. And there's additionally presentations as well. So this is a really thorough portfolio your class worked so hard on. Can you just give us one or two comments about the process and stuff like that? And and we'll let you be on, because I know. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So each mentor had to just meet with their group, and we had different assignments every week. So it was different for every group. This picture group, it was 4 members, and here they just had to collect images regarding prison So they would, do a citation and then write a little comment or explanation in regards to the photo.
Oh, cool. So again, heavy on the imagery, and I think that's just really great because you don't really see too much of that in research. I think that ePortfolio really helped you guys to not only showcase the research that you've done and how much hard work you've done, but also put some visuals behind it to keep your viewers engaged. And I think more research portfolios would be pretty awesome. What about you, Maisha?
I honestly, this is so impressive to me, especially because it's collaborative. It's so many different people working together on one e-portfolio. It's already hard enough when one person is working on an e-portfolio, but like having multiple people, like I know people think like, oh, multiple people take on, like they ease the burden, but then it's group work, but like, yeah, I think this is amazing. And I honestly think like this is kind of showing us like a kind of new future for ePortfolio, like as a tool for like recording research. Because I honestly never thought of it really that way. But like this is kind of just showing me like what we can improve on.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I totally agree. Like there's so much more we can do with ePortfolio, and your class, Kathleen, Wanda, your class has shown that. And so again, everyone, take a good look at that portfolio when you get the chance. Check out the Bloodhound's Choice poll, right? Kathleen, do you have anything to maybe say? Maybe your classmates are viewing, professors viewing. You have any final words you want to share with them?
Yeah, so working on this portfolio has been a creative and uniting process and experience for our class. So, we all contributed to designing the ePortfolio, and it was great to showcase our class accomplishment. So the class and myself feel very appreciative to showcase our ePortfolio to John Jay.
Oh, thank you. And we were glad to have you. All right, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you again. All right.
The two of us again.
Yes. Oh no. Oh no.
So we're bringing Tasvia with her academic ePortfolio, and I believe actually you suggested this ePortfolio
I was
for the showcase. You were
yes.
in love with this ePortfolio.
I was pushing for this ePortfolio. All right. So
the question for you, Gabby, was her ePortfolio the inspiration behind the showcase site?
Actually, she actually just so happened to be in line with the showcase site. So yeah, back in the fall semester, we had wanted to do social media. And then next thing you know, I see this nice social media looking portfolio. I was like, oh my God. So I was like, okay, yeah, that totally works. I was like, yeah, that totally works. Fits right in. It was a no-brainer.
All right. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I got interrupted.
No. This is about you. This is about you and your amazing portfolio, please.
Thank you for that wonderful intro. My name is Tasvia, for everyone watching on the Twitch stream. I'm a second semester freshman. This is my first year at John Jay. I'm majoring in law and society, and my ePortfolio that I'm going to be showing today is my academic ePortfolio that I did for my English 201 course. It's also an ePortfolio in progress, so everything this semester isn't over. There's going to be more assignments added, things like that. But this is what I have so far, and I'm going to share my screen.
All right, give it up for her on Twitch. Y'all better be giving it up.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, I can, and it's wonderful.
All right, thank you. So this is just the front page of my English 201 ePortfolio. This is the welcome/about me page. And so I just happened to decide on choosing an Instagram format and just formatting my about me section and telling people about myself, including a photo of myself through Instagram. And it wasn't like, it was really a spur of the moment decision. Like, it wasn't like I went into this planning like, oh, I'm going to do something about social media. But during the ePortfolio workshop that we had at the beginning of the semester, because our professor, I guess, worked with the ePortfolio team to conduct a workshop, and Gabby actually conducted our workshop. And you mentioned something about how we could crop our photos, like have a circular crop on our photos, like an Instagram profile picture. And it just kind of clicked in that moment. And I was like, okay, let me go for Instagram. So so that's the reason I chose to do an Instagram profile picture. And so this e-portfolio is basically just a compilation of all the assignments I've completed throughout this course. And, you know, the focus of the English 201 curriculum is exploring writing across the disciplines. So we're doing multiple different types of assignments, whereas in English 101, we really had a lot of smaller assignments that led to one traditional research paper based on an inquiry that we developed in the beginning of the semester. But with this class, I really got the chance to explore multiple styles of writing. We did a rhetorical analysis, which I'll touch on later, an opinion piece, and we have other assignments that aren't here, like an ethnography, and there's also a self-identity multimodal project, which is a bit more creative that I also haven't done yet because it's due next week. But yeah. And so these are just some photos that I incorporated in my fake Instagram feed. I also got these photos from Pexels, which was also suggested during the ePortfolio workshop. And I didn't know about it earlier, but I was like, free stock photos. And I found nice stock photos. And I chose my photo first and I was like, I'm wearing a red hijab here. And that's just how I decided the color scheme for the rest of my ePortfolio. So some more information about me. Like I said earlier, I'm a law and society major. I have a really strong interest and a passion for politics and social issues, and that's really reflected in my writing. My ultimate career goal is to become a public interest attorney. I think it might be too early to choose a dream law school, but I'm looking at CUNY Law right now. And I'm not sure yet what area of law I'd like to specialize in, but there's a lot that I'm interested in. And again, like one of the reasons I'm so interested in CUNY Law and why it's at the top of my list is because I want whatever school I attend in the future, similar to John Jay, to reflect a commitment to justice and advocacy on behalf of marginalized communities. And so I'm just gonna go to the first assignment, which is the rhetorical analysis. And when you click on this page, it just kind of shows you the guidelines for the assignment so that anyone who reads my essay knows what they're reading about, knows what the assignment was. This is where the instructions are, and this is the piece that I analyzed for my rhetorical analysis, the piece that I critique. So we were basically given 4 New York Times op-eds and we analyzed these in class, we dissected them, and we were told to just write a rhetorical analysis essay analyzing rhetorical appeals in each of them. And I chose this one, which was, it's called Stop Mocking Vegans by Farhad Manjoo. And I chose to do this because it was a step away from what I usually like to write about, which, as I said earlier, was about like politics and social issues. And I think the other op-eds that we read were along that vein, but I wanted to challenge myself a little bit. So I chose this one. And this op-ed was also one of the only ones that I kind of disagreed with or that I had critiques of. So I chose to write a rhetorical critique for my essay. And so we posted the draft and the final because we went through the peer review process in class. And similarly to my About Me page, this also takes on Instagram format. When I applied to the showcase, I initially didn't have this. I just had the Instagram format on the welcome page. But then I was like, it's kind of weird if I just only have an Instagram theme on the welcome page and then just upload my assignments and do nothing else with the other pages. So I decided to make it seem like this was an Instagram post. And I wrote about how I just put some information about it in my caption. I said that this is the first draft of my rhetorical analysis essay, and it was peer reviewed during class on February 16th. And this is the essay. And yeah, and then the final is basically the same thing. This is the final draft after completion of the peer review process, and I included some hashtags, explore page, because that's how people get to a wider audience, rhetorical analysis, final, New York Times, things like that. So the second assignment that we did was an opinion piece. And, you know, since we analyzed all these op-eds for the first assignment of the semester, which was the rhetorical analysis, we were able to get a grasp of what rhetorical devices and appeals were effective. And so we were told to intentionally incorporate at least 5 of these devices and write our own opinion piece. And yeah, and so I chose to write mine about policing and, oh, wrong page. I chose to write mine about policing, and it's titled More Policing is Not the Solution to Hate Crimes. I kind of talk about the rise in anti-Asian hate crimes over the past year because of the pandemic. And, you know, there's been a lot of calls for more policing as a result of it. And, you know, I make reference to 2020 where we saw a lot of like revolutionary protests over the summer, and people were demanding that we defund the police, demanding that we have all these new institutions and like dismantle all these oppressive institutions. And, you know, I think this kind of, yeah, so I felt like we were kind of drifting away from that. because of this wave of hate crimes, even though this was like another group that was another marginalized community that was being targeted, and I didn't think policing was the answer. And I kind of connected it to my own experiences because I'm Muslim. The Muslim community has a history with hate crimes, especially after 9/11. We also have history with the NYPD, and when we're calling for more policing, we're calling to give the NYPD more money, and they currently have a $10 billion budget, and I don't think they need more money. And I talked about their oppressive history and how, when there was a rise in hate crimes, when there was a rise in Islamophobic hate crimes, even back then, I was not comfortable with increased policing. I wasn't saying, oh, we're being targeted in the streets, people are pulling our hijabs off, people are doing this and that, or people are shooting at mosques. That's like, I didn't think I didn't feel safer with armed police officers standing outside my mosque and things like that. And so, that's it.
All right, thank you. This was an amazing portfolio, clean. That's honestly, as Maisha mentioned, I was immediately drawn to this portfolio, like right away. I think even before we were finalizing people, I was like, yep, this one.
Yeah, you should have seen her in our meetings. Just the way she was like pushing. She's probably gonna vote for you, I feel like.
Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that? I appreciate all the students
That's my prediction.
I worked with. All the students I worked with, I love them all. So therefore,
all of them equally.
Yes,
yeah, that's
equally.
probably what you say in the meeting.
Okay, thank you, Maisha. All right, Latasia, thank you so much for sharing your portfolio. Absolutely amazing. I can see that you are really, as the school motto, fierce advocate for justice. And I'm so excited to see what you do in the future and what you choose to do. And you're gonna be great. You're gonna be great.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Oh, yes, absolutely. So I'm gonna wave and I'm gonna say goodbye. All right.
Okay.
Alrighty then, Maisha.
Are you kicking me out now?
I'm giving you back to Judy, like I promised. So
I don't want to go back to her. But I will be introducing our next Izzy. Izzy, where are you? Come here. Release me from my shackles,
Wow, okay.
Wow. Izzy, hi. Oh my God, Izzy, you were just a floating head for a sec. Actually,
I am, I guess, my shirt. Get on the background. But
anyway, someone kick me out.
Bye, Maisha. I'll see you later. Oh, hi, Izzy. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? I have been watching the whole showcase. It has been like great.
Oh yeah. I'm still here. I'm still here. So it's going pretty well, I would say. We've had so many amazing portfolios. And then we have our last presenter. You want to go ahead and introduce our final live presenter?
Yeah, sure. So here comes Dinelli. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Well, I'm gonna then you can now introduce yourself, so then we can make sure that we all get it correctly. Hello.
My name is Dinelli, and I'm a freshman at John Jay, and I will be presenting my first academic portfolio ever created for my English 101 class with Professor Qualley.
Okay, awesome. Glad to have you. I've worked with Professor Qualley for an extended period of time. So
can you guys see me?
Yes, and I love the script. It's just so fancy.
Right.
So in my e-portfolio, you all will be able to follow along on the progress of my writing skills as a freshman. My portfolio explores how I learn and how my mind comes together to create writing pieces. This portfolio essentially expresses who I am and some of the things that I like. This portfolio focuses on my individual experiences and argumentative writing. So my homepage is filled with different shades of purple because purple is my favorite color. And I decided to add a creative font, and this is one of the fonts that I chose. I have a quote here by my favorite artist, Drake. And this is just my homepage.
Awesome. It looks very good. I love purple as well.
So for my About Me page, I have little paragraphs that Professor Qualley wanted us to answer certain questions. So these paragraphs highlight who I am, what I like to do on my free time, my major, and these pictures just highlight the premise of each paragraph.
Awesome. Looks great.
Agreed.
So we had 2 major assignments, and one of the major assignments was a creative nonfiction project. My creative nonfiction project, well, we had to do a paper based on an experience that has impacted us and made us who we are today. So I wrote about COVID and how I was away from my family for months in Florida. I was with my dad, and it made me appreciate family more than before. And this was something that family is always my thing, but sometimes like we get caught up on school or work, and we don't really have time to spend the time with your family. And COVID made me realize a lot of things. So our second biggest paper was an inquiry-based research project, and I also did it on COVID. And it was the red flags presented when vaccinating children ages 12 to 18 with the COVID-19 vaccine. This is a very big issue, and I gathered information through interviews, and I interviewed a nurse that gave me her feedback on what she thinks about vaccinating children. And she said that she doesn't feel it's safe vaccinating children since these vaccines have just been released. And yeah, that's basically it.
This is a great portfolio, and it's like so much energy and effort put into it. Like I know I've gone through your portfolio because I was the one who wanted you to be in the showcase. But yeah, it's like every single page has wonderful content, thorough content, beautifully put together in terms of imagery and very intentional choices, which is why I love this portfolio and color scheme. I love a consistent color scheme, and this is giving. So absolutely amazing. Izzy, any what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I really like this portfolio. I love when students use different fonts. So I kind of love they see like a different font, like not a standard font on the header. So that looks kind of like makes kind of stand out for me, at least, because like I'll always see the same fonts on all the portfolios. So that's pretty cool.
Right, nobody scrolls down, right?
Yeah, no one. Yeah, and we have like a zillion option of fonts. So good job, really, very impressive.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. So I'll just help you out here. All right, so do you have any final comments to our Twitch viewers? Maybe get them to vote for you. Twitch people, pay attention.
Thank you all for reviewing my portfolio. I have a comment for Professor Colley. Actually, I would like to thank her for enhancing my writing skills. And this has contributed to my English class now, and it has made it a lot easier for me this semester.
That's wonderful. I love growth. That is great that you've grown as a writer, and you're now able to showcase that on multiple platforms and of course in your academics. That's absolutely wonderful. And I'm glad you were able to showcase, and I'm happy you were here to be here today with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm gonna let you go. Bye.
Bye.
All right, Izzy. That was our final live presenter. Tears.
Yeah.
But we're not done yet though, are we?
No, not really. Now we're gonna have the video presenters for those that wanted to be here but couldn't because of life. Not always we can be all the places we want. But before we go in there, I want to thank all the live presenters for being here, all the people watching as well to be here, all the other interns are also here on the Twitch. So thank you very much to all of you guys for being here. Also the professors, I'm not sure if they are here or not, but like I know they help a lot of students, they engage with portfolio, they support portfolio, so that's pretty cool. Thank you very much. And I guess let's watch Alicia's video presentation. Yes.
All right, so where's Matthew? Is Matthew still here?
Hi, everyone,
stop
and welcome to
talking?
my
Can we stop smiling
e-portfolio.
now?
My name is Alicia Hetnering, and I'm currently a freshman majoring in forensic science. This is a video that is a detailed introduction of myself. My e-portfolio encapsulates my creativity, and it is for my first year seminar, Sci 100, which is a course dedicated to science majors. This course is very interesting because all of my classmates are forensic science majors, and all of the topics we talk about in class relate to science. The first piece I would like to show on my e-portfolio would be the Innocence Project, which I worked on with a fellow classmate. This project was about researching an Innocence Project case and talking about what exactly happened and why the individual was wrongfully convicted. For example, in this case, Kevin Bailey was wrongfully convicted because after being assaulted, he confessed to a crime he didn't commit. Additionally, one of the highlights of this project was talking about the issue of forensic science and how that played a role in the conviction of Bailey. In this case, the issue of forensic science was that there was a lack of evidence that led to the true killer. Another piece I would like to share would be an opportunity project I did. Opportunity projects are known as events at John Jay that John Jay students can attend. They can be workshops, basketball games, panels, etc. I went to a forensic science and STEM panel, which was so beneficial to me because I was given such great tips on how to be successful while being a STEM major. One tip I was told was that the MSRC offers academic support for STEM majors. They offer workshops for chemistry, biology, calculus, organic chemistry, etc. Being a STEM major can get really overwhelming at times. However, I remember one of the coordinators for the computer science major, Samuel Graff, mentioned that no one ever said this was going to be easy. However, the outcome of your hard work is what truly matters. When he said this, it made me realize how accurate this statement was, and I will continue to use his statement as a form of motivation. I hope you all enjoyed my presentation, and thank you all for listening and watching.
All right, so that was a lovely video given to us by Alicia, who couldn't be here, but thank you for that video. If you were able to tune into the stream for just a little bit, or if you'll watch this later, thank you for that. Absolutely loved your portfolio. Consistent color schemes. I talk about it all the time because I love it all the time. And it was just a really lovely e-portfolio, nice clean portfolio, and nice imagery as well. Izzy?
You could tell all the effort and the dedication of the portfolio. So yeah, very good work. Good job.
Great job. Just a round of applause on Twitch real quick. Just real quick. All right, Izzy. And then
For next, now we have Sam's portfolio.
Yes. So Sam, thank you for giving us this video, and enjoy, everyone.
Hello all, my name is Sam. I'm a lower senior here at John Jay, studying under the CUNY BA for Queer Education Reform and Social Activism and Innovation. I'm super sorry I couldn't be there live. I wish I was there, but I'm super excited to share my e-portfolio with all of you. So I think my favorite thing about my e-portfolio is definitely the section about my work. Something about my e-portfolio that I thought that I really wanted to play around with was kind of like a vaporwave theme aesthetic that really kind of showcased my work, but also my love for retro items and things. So a lot of kind of the design that I made was used on Canva, and a lot of these things are also clickable, so you can click them and it'll take you to the link. It took a lot of work to kind of get the theme that I wanted to in terms of text and what I wanted to add, but I'm really proud of this page in particular, just because it mostly showcases my audio visual work, three of the most important works that I really enjoyed the most. As well as I really enjoy, if you go to the awards section, I kind of wanted to make it look like an old school video game at the end where you can click here and see my CV. So a lot of it was just kind of like this playful way to kind of explore like vaporwave or retro ideas or video games or the old school analog aesthetic with my work, while also showcasing what I do. Another favorite part of mine is the Vera Fellows program. I really wanted to make it like animated and clickable and kind kind of really feel like a site, and kind of like less like a portfolio, more like a site. So I definitely want to kind of showcase also the programs that I'm involved in, as well as showcase the work that I do in those programs. So that's kind of what I was aiming for as I was doing things. Furthermore, I kind of wanted to make this less like a resume and kind of a big exploration of all of the types of work that I can do. So I really enjoyed designing my design profile, where I got to explore different types of ways to be queer and put on my stuff. A lot of the stuff is kind of stuff that I made for Instagram, and I designed myself. So you might have seen it on Spectra's pages, or you might have seen my design. I think my favorite is if you click on this little screenshot of me here, is you actually get to see a commercial I made for Monday.com, because we were sponsored at some point. So I really had a great time designing this portfolio. It's a real labor of love for me, and it's something that took me a really long time, and I'm just really, really, really proud of it. So I really hope you can click around and check out my stuff and see everything that I kind of designed for myself. I'm beyond proud of it. So I'm really happy that I'm able to share my e-portfolio with y'all. Thank you so much.
All right, so that was Sam's e-portfolio. What do you guys think?
I think it was great. Yeah, Sam is in a lot of stuff, right? Is he? Oh my goodness, that's a lot of tabs. That's a lot of tabs, but all great work being done for the school as well.
I mean, it's a very informative portfolio. It really, I think it's very good for all career students if they could like just take a look, because there's a lot of information and even like opportunities that a lot career students could take, and if like an inspiration in general, yeah.
And a lot of resources. Like I think just showcasing all the students the resources or the potential programs and activities that they could participate in. I think that will encourage students to maybe expect a little bit more. And I'm glad to have been able to see this portfolio, and I hope everyone on Twitch, you were glad to see it as well.
Yep, and definitely we're like over time actually. We were supposed to end at 8 o'clock, and we're over at 8. It's 8:12 now, and it looks like we actually have all the presenters presented with those 2 videos, as well as we actually had like another student that was like interested, but unfortunately we couldn't get that student in time. But it's pretty awesome. Like, we finished the 6th annual ePortfolio Showcase here in John Jay. So good job, everyone. Gabby, you did so awesome, hosting and co-hosting with the other eTerns,
Yes, with my team made it definitely a lot easier. I, like Patricia mentioned earlier, you really do like kind of get like a family, or at least a strong friendship bond and building with the ePortfolio team. And it's always laughs, as you can see. It's always jokes. So
yep,
great time.
And that's why I have you guys like co-host with each other. That's why Izzy's here. That's why Maisha, Judy, Alyssa, all the great eTerns that we have. And of course, the one behind the curtain, the one that's controlling everything, Matthew. Everything looks so seamless. I'm actually watching it through the Twitch live stream on my phone, and it looks super awesome. So thank you, Matthew, for all the hard work that you've done. And definitely all the eTerns that actually contributed and coordinated with so many of the students. We had so many student showcase participants this year. Like, how many again, Gabby?
47.
Wow, 47. That's like an all-time high. So thank you guys for like doing all these things. And of course, if you are watching this on Twitch, definitely check out everyone's ePortfolio, the one that couldn't be here on the stream, on johnj.education.com/showcase 2022, and you could view everyone's there, and especially all the hard work that all the eTerns have done, especially the awesome student page. It's so nice. Just give it a couple seconds to make it load. But otherwise it looks so nice. So thank you, everyone, and more specifically Gabby, who is actually going to be leaving us after this semester. Same thing with Matthew. and other interns who are going to be graduating and looking for other opportunities outside. So we are going to miss you so much, and we recognize all the hard work that you've done here in the program, seeing you from the start through definitely helping us out through the pandemic time up to now in the hybrid time. And definitely I know Gabby here is going to be doing grad school, right? I know you're going to be prosper in grad school, and you're going to do super well. And Matthew, tell us about the future of what you're going to be doing. Matthew.
All right. Hey everyone. My name is Matthew Jimenez. I'm in the background working on all the Twitch stuff. So yeah, just a little intro. Criminal justice is my major, financial forensics my minor. I'm a sophomore. I've been an intern at the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. I'm looking to get to be employed at the ATF at some point, or the FBI, SWAT, something along those lines. So yeah, that's what my career path is looking like. Maybe in a few weeks I'll be employed in the police cadets. I recently finished all the steps, so all they gotta do is call me back. So yeah, fingers crossed. But yeah, great job all the presenters. Thank you Gerard, Izzy, Gabby, Maisha, Judy, Alyssa. Thank you everyone. Great job. Fantastic live stream.
And thank you, Matthew. Definitely. This live stream is, wouldn't be a thing without you. So good job on that, and good job everybody. So you know what? Let's celebrate. The next thing that we're going to be doing is next Wednesday. Maisha, not tomorrow, but next Wednesday, May 11th. May 11th, during community hour in the 9th floor conference room, which is 9.64 in the new building.
Mm-hmm.
And where we're going to be announcing the winners of the category winners, as well as the Bloodhouse Choice Award. And of course, there's going to be free food.
Yeah. Yes.
Free food.
And it's not just any free food. It's actually Justino's pasta, pizza, wraps, all those good things. Unfortunately, there's no salad, but there's some salad in the wraps. So,
oh my goodness.
So it's going to be yummy. You could get to network with all the other participants, get to see all the ePortfolio team members there. Faculty, staff might be there. So definitely come through. If you're watching this on Twitch, as long as you're a John Jay student, faculty, or staff, you could definitely stop by and grab a pizza or a wrap or pasta or whatever that Gabby ordered. But no salad. But we're good.
No.
We're good. So super excited. And of course, all the participants will get the limited edition ePortfolio virtual showcase t-shirt. You could actually have a choice between the one that we currently have, which is the triangle virtual ePortfolio showcase t-shirt in black, or the gray one that's says showcase in the front, and then our like the triangle logo in the back. You could all see this in our Instagram, which is JJC ePortfolio. So definitely all the participant gets those one of those shirts, as well as the award winners will get the super cool awesome trophy that Gabby picked, the crystal trophy. You'll be surprised on how awesome it is, Gabby. So it's going to be cool. And then you also get the fleece bag with the USB drive and everything. So hopefully you'll see all the cool stuff there, and then free food and so on. Okay, any last word, Izzy and Gabby?
Just thank you guys. Thank you for being here with us.
Same. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, literally everyone.
All right. So I guess we could call it a night. Good job, everybody. And we'll see you guys on the campus as well as the award ceremony. See ya. So you got to do this for 1 minute now, guys. Come on. Bye.
Wait.